Merry Christmas time. I am very excited today, not only to show you this move, but because I have recently noticed an increase in my YouTube subscribers. So if you are new to my channel, hello, my name is Sarah. I have been hula hooping for 10 years and about 5-year twin hooping, and once I picked up 2 hoops, I fell absolutely in love with them. When I first started twin hooping, there weren't a lot of tutorials out there, so once I got comfortable in my flow, I decided to start this channel and share different moves that I discover or that you guys just need help with. I also deleted my Instagram about 6 months ago because I was getting obsessed with social media, but I just recently started a new Instagram account. My name is Spin Junkie on there if you want to check me out. I'm starting from scratch, from brand new, and once I got back on there, I definitely noticed that twin hooping is becoming very popular in the hooping community, which makes me very, very happy. I knew that it eventually would catch on and people would fall in love with doubles. I haven't had a little combo of the week in a while. This is a combination of 3 different tricks. Now, if I do not explain the trick sufficiently enough for your liking, check out the description box below the video, and I will link some tutorials for you so that you can get this move down pat. Come back to this video and then connect all 3 moves together for this beautiful combo of the week. With that being said, I am an advocate of clean tech, clean lines. So there are 2 parts to learning a trick. Most people only learn the first part, which is actually learning the trick. The second part is actually more important than the first part, and that is cleaning up the trick. So drilling it, looking in the mirror or your reflection or the shadow, and really practicing the move so that you get it down. For example, once you learn shoulder hooping, you get very excited, but there's a second part to shoulder hooping, and that's learning how to stand in place and shoulder hoop rather than spinning in a circle. So that is just an example, for instance. So definitely give this craft your time and practice and drill, because it's fun and it looks beautiful when the lines are clean. So anyways, if you have a set of twin hoops and you'd like to learn something new, then let's jump right in. So I'm really excited to teach you this globe, but first I have to teach you the first 2 tricks, or at least explain and show you. The first move is going to be this bad boy, okay? This is tough to do if you are a beginner, so just give yourself time. And of course I have a tutorial for this fold move where I explain very thoroughly how to get these bad boys down clean. If you keep the hoop that is closest to your body still and just practice the front hoop, which is this hoop, and really stretch your arm out so that your bent crease of your elbow, the hoop that is closest to your body is almost in that crease. And that is how, really stretching your front arm, that is how you keep this beautiful crescent shape or almond shape in the middle. That's how you keep this, because it's very easy to keep this shape when you isolate up, but once you flip your hand, it's very easy to go like that, okay? So we want to keep this in the middle. This, of course, is, I believe, opposite direction isolations, keeping this almond shape in the middle. So practice definitely, even if you have to keep your hoop closest to you still, practice stretching your arm out and keeping that hoop maybe in your crease, looking in the mirror, keeping that almond shape, okay? So this is one of 3 moves. So the second move I have a tutorial for as well, and that is my infamous gyroscope that I do a lot in my twin flow. My front hoop is doing an isolation, and my back hoop is doing a smear, a clean smear. I'm not doing this move, which of course is cool, but that's not what the gyroscope is. When I'm doing this, I'm not having contact with my body at all. I'm basically just haloing or something this hoop up and down my body. What I want to do is start at 6 o'clock, fold the hoop behind me so it hits me. It's actually touching my body. I'm going to bring my wrist up. The hoop is still touching me, but it's now on my lower back or shoulder blade, depending on your hoop size. I bring the hoop up, basically keeping my hands still, just moving the hoop. And it is going to smear across my back, touching it the whole time, touching my right shoulder, bringing it in front, and it's still touching me, isolating back to 6 o'clock, okay, which looks like this. And I will turn around so that you can see that it touching my body the whole time ensures a clean smear. And keeping my hands together the whole time, this is my front hoop, wrist facing down, this is my right hand, and my thumb is pointing to the left side. I will take my left hoop and put my wrist on top of the other wrist. So now my thumbs are pointing in opposite directions. I'm in this beautiful layered effect. My front hoop is my bottom hand. What I'm going to do is start at 6 o'clock, isolate up until I can't go any further. And then when I am about to do the hand flip of my isolation, that is when I'm going to completely do the smear. So the smear is really quick. Then I will bring the hoop back in front of me and isolate back to 6 o'clock. So like I said, I have a tutorial for this. It definitely takes practice to do a clean gyroscope and a clean isolation. So practice those two moves if you are new to these moves. So now it's time for the best part, which is the globe. The fun thing about this combination is that you could connect these three moves in any order that you want. I will explain that more in a moment. So let's get into these double isolations in opposite directions. My right hoop is in front. Now, once you do the hand flip at the top, isolate your hoop and stop at the bottom of the almond. You'll notice that your hands are basically together at the bottom of this almond shape in the middle. What I want to do is concentrate on the left hoop, or whatever hoop is closest to your body, which is my left hoop. What I want to do is basically just smear my hoop around me. So I explained that earlier. You want to make contact with your body the whole time, assuring a clean smear. At the same time, I'm going to push the hoops in the middle, like where this almond shape is. I want to push the hoops like this. So push the hoops forward and it'll make this cool globe look. Okay? So we just did the hand flips. We're isolating down, meeting the hands at the bottom of the almond. What I want to do is basically fold the hoop that is closest to me, which is my left hoop, to my left side, and push my front hoop to completely make contact with my smearing hoop, my left hoop, to make this cool globe effect. Now when I get here, my hands are pretty much close to each other, or they should be right next to each other, and we're just turning this almond into a globe by pushing the hoops. So fold the hoop that is on your left, push the hoops together, and smear your left hoop around your body, but keep your hands together the whole time. Okay, it sort of looks like that. Then when you get to your right side, bring both hoops in front of you like you would with a normal gyroscope. Okay, when the smear is done, you bring the hoop in front. Okay, so we did top hand flip, isolate down, hands meet at the bottom of this almond shape, fold your left hoop to hit your left side of the body, push your hoops together, smear your left hoop making contact the whole time. So basically you're in this orbit, okay, or this Saturn or this globe. Keeping my hands together the whole time. When I get to my left side, I bring both hoops in front of me. Now once both hoops are in front of me, I can either immediately go back into my double isolation. See? So let's stick with this for now. Double isolations, hand flip, meet at the bottom, globe, both hoops meet at the bottom, and go right back into those tight, clean isolations so that you're keeping that shape in the middle, okay? Now let's say we're doing these double isolations and we meet at the bottom, we do the globe, and when we get in front, instead of going in to the double isolations, you can notice that both of your hands are layered right next to each other. We can immediately isolate to 6 o'clock, fold the hoop that is closest to you, which is still your left hand. Keeping your hands together, you can be in a gyroscope. Now let's focus on the gyroscope for a minute. After the top hand flip and your smear is completely in front, we can push the hoop that is closest to me inside the other hoop and smear the left hoop around me. Bring the hoop in front again to do the gyroscope. So we are in the gyroscope. We smeared the hoop completely around me and did the hand flip at the same time. Now both hoops are in front of me, both hands are together. Isolate to 6 o'clock, push the hoops together. So you're basically taking your hoop that is closest to your left hand and you are folding it, messing with your planes, okay? Fold it, smear around the left hoop, come back in front. Let me show you that one more time because very easily your hoops could, if you push too hard, can go through each other. So you just want to make it so that they're touching. So we just did the top of the gyro. The hoops are now in front, both of my hands are together. Isolate to 6 o'clock, push the hoop, your left hoop or the hoop that's closest to you out. Keep your isolation going. Do your smear for your left hoop. Bring the hoops in front of me, and now look where my hands are. They're in the perfect position to go back into the gyroscope. Okay? So I showed you how to get from the gyroscope to the globe to the gyroscope. And I showed you how to get to the double isolations to the globe to the double isolations once again. Now you can connect all three moves together in whatever order you want. You just have to be conscious of where your hands are, so make sure to look in the mirror or a reflection. So I want to start with, let's start with the gyroscope. Okay, I'm in a nice clean gyroscope. Once the hoop completely smears, I'm going to isolate to 6 o'clock, push the hoop into the globe, bring the hoops back in front of me. Now both hands are on the left side together. Going to isolate down to 6 o'clock. And if you notice right here, once you get to 6 o'clock, your hoops are layered perfectly to go into the double isolations again. So now we're in the double isolations. We can either go into a gyroscope by going to the bottom of our almond, folding our hoop back, our hoop that's closest to us, which is left, keeping our hands together to gyroscope. Okay? And then when we come in front, we could go back into the double isolations. Or when we're at the bottom of the almond, we could push the hoop, fold it back, smear the hoop around, back in the gyro, or smear the hoop around, back into the double isolations. How cool is that? I definitely fell in love with this move when I saw Monica Marie Hoops messing around with all these cool globe effects. And when I noticed that these three moves connected, I definitely fell in love, and I'm happy to share it with you. Just remember, practice makes perfect, so drill and take your time. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Check me out on Instagram, I'm back. And these hoops are from Festival Treasures. Check out their Etsy shop and use my code VEGANHOOPER for cash off of your purchase total. With that being said, have a Merry Christmas, peace, and God bless. Mwah!